Alright, so about 5 months ago, I bought what is considered one of the best competitive Minecraft mice ever made, the glorious Model O. Rising to prominence on Minecraft Java Edition for its abilities with butterfly clicking, is this mouse good for Bedrock Edition PvP on known servers such as the Hive? Now, a lot of people buy the Model O for servers such as the Hive on Bedrock Edition for its abilities to hit 20 CPS while butterfly clicking. However, if you are buying the Model O for prominently Hive use, I'd recommend buying a different mouse. If you ask Hive staff, you will soon learn that they want you to keep your mouse on the default debounce time that it comes with. If you don't know what debounce time is, it is basically the little slider that most Java Edition players tell you to turn down all the way that affects your ability to vibrate your mouse key and generate more clicks than you're actually clicking. I'm not really good at explaining double clicking, so I'll link a video down below for those of you who are interested in the technical side of how double clicking works. But to sum things up, if you want to buy this mouse so you can double click 20 CPS on Hive, you can get banned for it. So if you're buying the Model O prominently for use on Hive PvP, expect to be using the default debounce time that you bought it with. Alright, so I spent a little bit too long talking about debounce time, but since I did, I can now easily segue into clicking methods and how much CPS this mouse registers on its default debounce. Out of the box, I was easily able to start butterfly clicking 10 CPS, then 12 CPS, and recently I've been able to hit 14 CPS in competitive games. Now, if you're not necessarily a butterfly clicker and are a trained jitter clicker, you can most likely hit about 15 CPS on the Model O, but when it comes to jitter clicking, I can only consistently get about 10 CPS. And as far as drag clicking goes, when I put electrical tape on this mouse, I could hit almost 15 CPS on the 10ms debounce time. I'm still unsure if I've broken my mouse in any way from clicking too hard on it, so that it is drag clicking more than it should, but if you're buying this mouse to drag click on Hive, what are you doing? You don't need to drag click on Hive. Oh my word, kids these days. And now for normal clicking, aka clicking your mouse like your mom or dad does, I can hit about 9 CPS consistently. If you're a normal clicker, I'd actually highly recommend this mouse. I would, however, recommend that if you have slightly larger than average hands, like myself, that you look into a different mouse. For any of you interested, I moved on to a bigger mouse, and the Model O killer itself, the bloody A60. And yes, I raised the debounce on it from default, don't worry about it. Since you're not allowed to double click on the Model O, I'd recommend you only buy it if you are a normal clicker or a trained jitter clicker. I say trained because I tried to learn how to jitter click on the Model O and it was just too light for me to actually learn how to jitter click effectively. I ended up learning how to jitter click on a different mouse. Now, my recommendation for if you should buy this mouse for Bedrock PvP, preferably used without double clicking, I would recommend it if you are a normal clicker. However, if you're a jitter clicker or a butterfly clicker, I would not recommend paying $50 for this mouse. I recommend you look into some Logitech mouse or even a Razer mouse, as those are a lot better for clicking methods such as butterfly clicking or jitter clicking when it comes to not double clicking your mouse. I'll list a few of my suggested options down below. So there you have it, the review of the infamous glorious Model O. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I'd recommend clicking off the video before we get to how I end this thing. But anyway, if you're trying to learn how to jitter click using the Model O, pray!